Hi, everyone. We're joined here by Dynamo head coach Ben Olsen. We'll start with opening remarks. Ben, what do you do? Your opening remarks following today's match here against
It's just a scrappy game, and had a more of a playoff feel to it with the intensity and the physicality than the last game that we had against them. They had a few key additions come back into the lineup, which I think helped them, and it was just, again, great energy from them, good crowd, and we still get the goal and force a penalty shootout on a day where, wasn't our best day. But again, part of that is they came with a lot of energy, and we didn't at times have the composure that we needed to have. But overall, we defended pretty well against a dangerous team that throws a bunch of numbers in there, and they have a talented attack. So, again, proud we got to the PKs, and unfortunately, they went the wrong way.
Start here with Jorge. Go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Unfortunate result here, like I said. Speak about composure. Can you kind of sprinkle on that about when it all fell apart?
It didn't all fall apart. It was a playoff soccer game with a lot of intensity and physicality, and they did a good job of pressing us at times, and at times we weren't as clean as we needed to be on the night. And when we do that, we're able to break down teams that press us, and today there was not as many moments per usual. But it's not going to look like that in playoff soccer. We're not just going to go pass the ball around. So overall, we defended the box really well, and they had the header, they have the free kick, and they had a bunch of corners, but wasn't a lot of clear chances other than I think the header was a real chance. So I didn't think our attack up top. They took away a few spots and some of the checks that we needed to take advantage of after they took a few things away from us. We weren't good enough in those areas as well. So we'll go back and we'll look at that and we'll try to fix it. But again, we came into a tough building and went to PKs. And we lost in PK shootout. And now we go home and play them in our building. And that's why we worked extremely hard over the last month or two to get into the spot that we're in, where we can go home and have home field advantage in this moment. So they're a very good team. They're a very good team, and they played well. But so did our guys.
Sold out crowd. Home advantage does have an advantage, like I said. They forced game 3. A message to the fans.
Come on out. Saturday, we could use everybody, and we need that place rocking and to give us the same, home field advantage that they had tonight. And I got no doubt they will. They showed up last game, and this one is a do or die. The rubber match. It's going to be great.
We'll go here to Jesus on Zoom. Jesus, go ahead.
Hi, Coach. Did you expect as much pressure from RSL to start the game?
Yes.
And how much did that shudder the game for the team to get into the game group?
Yes, I expected that. We talked about it all week. And when you get pressed in that way, again, I just spoke about it. Some of the the moments, some of the passing, some of the connections were off tonight, and it was, it's not necessarily we had a bunch of guys had poor nights, but I'm going to keep mentioning that this is playoff soccer, and there's real energy and commitment and more fouls, more tackles. So we have to find a way to now combat that. And I think for the most part we did that with the physicality. I thought we stood up in that department pretty well. But then there's still some connections out there that would have allowed us to, I think, expose them in a more dangerous way. And that just wasn't, what wasn't there on the night. But again, that's okay. That's what this looks like sometimes. And I love the expectations now that the Houston Dynamo have, is that we are expected to go into Salt Lake and beat them by a few goals. This is hard stuff, and they're a very good team, and they almost have as many points in the league as we do, and they have a pretty formidable attack, and to try to keep them off the board is a very tough thing to do. And they got one, and we got one, and we lost in a penalty shootout, and now we have another game at home.
You were kind of touched on it, but what positives did you take from this game that you'll be able to apply to Saturday's game 3?
I think that we can grind. We did get back to that a little bit of defending the box and dealing with some lower block defending. It's been a while since we've had to do that, so you're going to need that again in the postseason. So I thought we held up pretty well when we were under it for, in particular, second half. Once Arango came on, there was more energy coming from them, and the goal kind of spurred them on, but. We just gotta, I think, just be a little cleaner. Field was a little choppy. It wasn't, it played fast, and so hopefully that we get back to shell energy and some of that, some of our rhythm will come back, and then we'll also need, as I said, that physicality and energy that the opponent had tonight. So if we can do that Saturday night, I think we'll have a shot.
Up next, we'll go with Al. Al, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Chicho Arango didn't start, but he did come in as a sub in the 54th minute. Did you sense that the game kind of changed in their momentum after he subbed down there?
Yep. He's a big piece for them, and you could feel the energy in the building coming when he came on, and I mean the goal came pretty quickly thereafter, I believe. So yeah, he's a good forward. He's been one of the better forwards in the league for the last couple of years, and he's going to help them. And he added a dangerous element to already a dangerous attacking front 3 or 4. So I'm sure he'll get more minutes next game and start. So he's going to be a handful, and again, a premier forward in our league that we'll have to deal with. But part of that is us now getting a hold of the game a little bit more and denying some of the service and the opportunities that he had there in the second half.
Did you like the way your substitutes played out in the second half there?
Which ones are you talking about? Who in particular? Teenage, I thought did great. Who else?
Just all of them. You can touch on them real quick.
Do you want me to go through all the subs? All right. Ibrahim did okay. They had a high line. The idea there was to bring some fresh legs on, and a guy that has a little bit more speed and power to deal with some of the direct stuff. And also there was a lot of space behind, and he's good at running behind and stretching. So that was the idea there. He did okay. We only subbed him because we wanted Thor on for the PK shootout.